She was audibly busy today.
Wait. Spectral stains. Haunted house.
Hallowed be thy name, Marcy, our beloved angel, heaven sent. I'm busy. What do you want? God has returned us to the light, and we have downed the golden calf and burned other less figurative heretical icons. Our false prophet governor hides from the light of God's fury. He can't hide forever.
Don't take this the wrong way, but what the hell are you talking about?
I know it now. We have burned it all. Our meeting house is gone, yet the curse remains. The governor is the source. I know it.
You're canny, Hugh Bachelor, I'll give you that. There's no fooling you.
The light of our Lord is with me.
It shines in his eyes while he talks through his behind.
What news around and about?
On what subject in particular should I deign to answer?
Tell me about the governor.
A fervent believer. A good-hearted man. A strong man. And yet, he's an exorcist. He calls upon evil spirits. What if one day he calls them, and they come?
Tell me about Lamentation Haskell.
Get him to tell you himself, if you can get him to talk. He's quaint, that one. And by that I mean he's strange. I'll not call him an unbeliever, sir. I'll just question what he believes in.
How's life in the Harrows, then?
The meeting house stands as a beacon of our faith, purity, and maturity. I'm proud to have been part of it. Soon you heretics will have left. You may burn in the flames of hell together.
You'd better mend your ways, Red McWraith.
Tell me about this angel. How did you meet?
The angel is my sister, and she bears the mark of the Lord. Marcy wandered in the wilderness for many days and nights, and then, one day, she returned to lead her people to salvation.
He's haunted by a ghost, but thinks she's an angel. I hope you're taking note, Red McWraith.
I'm sorry you lost your sister, and I'm glad you got her back. Tell me about her.
Do you believe in miracles, Mr. McRae?
I believe in the supernatural, and I believe in the extraordinary, so... Aye, I believe in miracles. I don't believe in angels, though.
If you are blessed enough to meet my sister, then you'll change your mind.
I'd like that. Where can I find her?
Near the old mill, hidden at the end of Long Beach, is a cave. Our sacred place. She will be there. They never could find her body. But she is still there.
I must take my leave of you, sir.
God keep you, for I shall not.
If Hugh puts his faith in his sister's ghost, he's a fool.
I can understand the need to believe, but come on.
It's not for us to change his mind.
Good day to you, Caleb. Busy man.
I'm sorting Ruth's affairs. Should have done it sooner. Couldn't face it. She liked birds. She liked them greatly. I didn't know that. How odd that I would not know it.
How goes it? Are you well?
I am. The scars are healing and the stink is gone. I pray for forgiveness. I pray for my brother. May the Lord grant him a place by his side, though he may be a sinner. As, of course, am I. I shall return to work. Blessed is the shoemaker. Or something like that.
I know about your dealings with Lammy Haskell. Care to fill in the gaps?
Prig of a kid. Thought himself cleverer than he was, and so did I. Still, he can keep a secret, I'll grant him that. Didn't see it then, but he was using me. He gave me that ritual, so to see if it'd work.
You dug up the dead and made a puppet from their bones. I'm not sure Lammy's entirely to blame here.
I was desperate. I was grieving. I'd lost everything. Better men than me would do the same, and worse men too.
You tore your own family from their eternal rest. How do you live square with that?
How do I live square? How do you? I've seen your work. I am but a humble sinner, lost in grief. What in the hell are you? I wish to save the woman I loved. What's wrong with that?
You had your chance to save her. You didn't even try. Alexander did that, at least.
Aye. In the moment, my will failed. Alexander's did not. And when I tried to bring her back, 'twas he who did the thing, not I. Twice I fought my brother for the woman I love, but could not force the win. Maybe 'twas not meant to be. Maybe I did not love her.
Cobbler must hear much talk. What news about?
What species of news takes your interest?
How about the feeling about the village?
As I clean the pig shite off my name, my clientele is slow returning. I hear but a little. But if my name lies in a puddle of shite, Haskell's drowns in an ocean. He's weak, they say. Bogus. A puff-chested shite-hawk dressed as a cock.
Folk round here, anyone stand out for you?
I saw something of myself in the Perkins woman. Hepzibah's not been the same since the shipwreck. And now she's worse.
You lived with her for years. How could you not have known she liked birds? She was even writing a book. It seemed quite beautiful. Did you really not know of it?
I found it in the debris of our house. Now that I think of it, she carried it wherever she went. Was I inattentive, or did she keep it secret? A marriage with secrets is a marriage broken.
You can talk. She loved the man, and you ruined his name with a libelous letter. You kept all that secret.
As the soul takes the well-driven nail, I take your point. About her book. I tried to complete what was empty, But with the curse going on, things roam the woods. I'm not fit for this. It was near the shores. If you feel like helping, collecting the 2 remaining feathers should be child's play. I guess. It only lacks crow and gull feathers. Would you do it?
Aye. I'll do it for Ruth. Not for you. I'll leave you in peace, Mr. Watson.
There's no peace for the wicked Mr. Muckrafe. You and I both know that.
Suddenly, Caleb Watson cares for his wife's bird book.
Off to banish spectres and pick feathers, then. No good. Good ever comes from book burning.
Pretty soon, you find yourself burning the writer. They're not yet over your accusations, it seems.
Think about the end of this speech. As a community.
Goody Perkins.
Yes, that's right.
What's new round and about? Do you know?
Times are hard. But this is not news. Certainly not to you.
What can you tell me of Governor Haskell? What's your view of him?
What's my view of Haskell? My dear, the governor is so far removed from my day-to-day. I have no view of him at all.
Do you know Lamentation? Lammy Haskell, the governor's son. What think you of him?
He's taken over from his father, I'm told.
How are things in the Harrows?
Things are not great. The meeting house is falling down.
I'll bid you good day, Goody Perkins.
May God grant you grace, Mr. McWraith.
Banishers, you are a sight for sore eyes. And I do admit my eyes are sore.
Lamentation. Or are you the Honourable Mr. Haskell now?
Are we interrupting?
Yes, you are. But your interruption is the latest of many. Things are not going well.
So, Lammy, what's the word around here?
What do you wish to know?
Tell me about the settlers. Anything strange to mention? Stranger than usual, I mean.
Folk have been quite lovely as it happens. Each tries to do their best and spirits are high. Thinking about it, that's actually really strange. Really strange indeed.
How fares New Eden and the Harrows?
Folk lose faith. This would be a good thing, except they lose their hope with it. I admit, I don't know what to do about it.
What about you, Lammy? How are you?
I'm well. Or as well as I could wish for. But I still have questions for you, mistress.
We have time for one or two.
I've seen how you move. Do time and space work differently for you?
Not so much when I'm with the living. But yes, they're different.
May I ask another?
Yes, you may.
And what do you miss from being alive?
A big question. Too big to answer. Where would I start? I miss all of it.
May I ask another?
Yes, you may.
Did you see God? Have you met angels? What about demons? Who's in charge in the afterlife?
I'm afraid I have no answer for you.
May I ask another?
Yes, you may.
Do you feel pain?
Not physically. I feel anguish. The memory of pain sometimes.
May I ask another?
Yes, you may.
Do you control how you appear to the living? How do you do that?
Some can see me with no effort. To others, it's a choice I make. It's effortless, as easy as opening my mouth to speak.
May I ask another?
Let's leave it there.
We overheard you. What are you working on?
I, to my horror, am working on a speech. It's terrible. I don't even know where to start.
You've not asked for advice, but I'll give it anyway. You could start with forgiveness. Seems appropriate.
That might just work. Thank you.
We saw the pyre. We saw the burned books. What's going on here, Lamentation Haskell?
Nothing's going on here. Not really. All right. Folk despair. They've lost trust in my father. They finished the meeting house, but... well, people talk and foolish people shout. In their wisdom, the flock decided that we were heretics, or worse. They took down the wards, burned our books, and then set fire to our house.
They're Puritans and you dabbled in demonology. It could have been much worse.
Ah, true. I suspect that their anger at my father for his witch hunting was all that stood between them and a witch hunt of their own. Without the wards, the situation worsens, and folk blame my father.
Would they be wrong?
Right or wrong, spectres walk once more, and we need the services of a banisher. Or two. If you can bring people peace, I doubt they'll be grateful. But I shall.
Who ordered the books burned?
I don't know. Does it matter? It was chaos. I brought my father to safety out of their sight. When I came back the next day, it was like nothing had happened. The pyre was cooling. All my ghosts' wards were destroyed. No one said a word. Funny thing is, they did not find the books I'd already borrowed from my father's shelves. If they had, I'd now be dead.
We found a page ripped from a book. Here, do you recognize it?
Let me see. Is this from the Trismegistus riddles? Yes, it seems to be. Why would you bring me one mildewed page from an amusing but harmless little book?
Why would you fail to disclose that you'd given another ritual to another friend?
It was a long time ago. I said after Caleb I'd distribute no more rituals, and that's what I've done. Not done.
We know. But we're looking for Grace Pennington now, and we were hoping you'd help us find her.
Who?
Really, boy?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mistress Antea. You said Grace's name, and it is my reflex to protect her.
When was the last time you saw Grace Pennington?
It had to be a few days after I brought her the cloaking ritual. When I returned to visit, the hut had disappeared. Which makes sense now that I think of it.
That's it? You never again tried to find your best friend, your only friend.
Well, you see, some weeks later, the first whispers of witchcraft started to fly about town. I kept my head down, and Grace was better off out of it. I was right. And I'm glad she escaped. Strange to think of her again after so long.
Ever heard of someone named Seeker?
Seeker? No. Sounds like a title, like my true pursuer. This Seeker... Is she Grace? Is she alive? Do you know where she is?
We think she's Grace. We hope she's still alive. We're trying to find her.
We think she's hidden herself away behind your dissimulation spell.
Then you'll need to unravel it. Shouldn't be too difficult once you're armed with the salient facts.
How does the ritual work?
It creates illusions so effective that they deceive even the keenest eye. There are more effective cloaking spells, but the Trismegistus riddles do have a simple elegance.
The short version, please, ending with how we break it.
Yes, of course. To achieve that, all you need is the caster's full name and the symbol used to make fast the illusion.
Grace Pennington and a triangle pointing downwards.
Well then, now all you need is a simple counterspell from the same book and... Oh my.
What now?
I'm afraid I left my copy in the Araloo. In the void.
That's just great. Just great.
Yes, but in my defense, once you've retrieved the book, dispelling Grace's illusion will be like a walk in the park. Comparatively speaking.
Thank you for your help.
Could you tell Grace that I'm still her friend? I'd be glad to see her again.
Once we found her, we'll be glad to tell her.
Words have power. The right speech at the right moment can change the world.
I heard General Count von Sarenberg speak to his troops once. He didn't look like much, but when he spoke, the soldiers listened. When all seemed lost, he filled their hearts with courage, hope and rage against the enemy. It was quite the speech.
What did he say?
I don't know. I don't speak German. More work to do.
The tension here helps no one, especially not us. I wonder if ghosts still linger.
done.
Watch out! Spectre possession. Oh, they do look annoying.
Be? Why should it be?
Mr. Law? Everything all right there, friend? Look like you've seen a ghost. Take your time. Now, let me know how I can help you.
I'll be all right, Mr. McGrath. Don't waste your time worrying.
Tell me about folk round here.
Many things have changed. Which one interests you most?
Tell me about Governor Haskell.
I am disappointed in him. I am disappointed in myself. He wore a mask, and I did not see past it. He shall not earn my trust a second time.
Tell me about Lamentation Haskell.
He seemed a nice boy, just as his father seemed a trustworthy man. The son is no better than the father. We must surrender both of them to the hands of God, and hope he forgives us all.
How about you? How are you feeling?
I've not been asked this in a long time. I am feeling a bizarre conflict between faith in the Lord and sheer unholy terror.
This road is dangerous and you're shaking like a leaf in autumn. What are you doing out here?
Mistress Phoebe Walcott had an urgent delivery and I set out to make it. I should have known better and stayed in the store. I am often stricken with anxious deliriums. But Phoebe is elsewhere, so I must take the road. That is how you find me here, an old fool, all shook up.
These anxious deliriums, the fits of worry, are they new?
No, sir. They are not new. I've had them a very long time. Long before the curse. Before I came to New Eden. and before I came to work for Mistress Walcott.
What frightened you so?
It was not a ghost, Banisher.
I promised Lammy Haskell I'd watch out for haunting cases. So, what scared you?
A liquor bottle appeared among my affairs, as if out of nowhere. And it is not the first time. It's not mine, for I do not drink. It's not Mistress Walcott's, because she would not part with it. I didn't pack it. So why is it there?
Because a ghost put it there.
Not the first time, you say?
No. The bottles have appeared in my room, above Phoebe's store. More recently, in her house across the way.
Would you like me to walk you back?
No. My bride would be hurt. Don't wait for me. I'll catch my breath here and make my own way home.
I'll see you later, Ishmael.
Anytime, sir.
A few bottles of liquor turn up, and the man shakes like a leaf?
Ishmael could have lost it about almost anything. The last feather breaks a horse's back.
We may need to return to Ishmael at Mistress Walcott's store. Destroy those ghost wards, if you want me back. Thank you.
Anytime.
Did he play for fun or for money?
I don't like sand. Gets everywhere.
Ishmael and his wife were indentured servants, and she died because of a drunkard.
That may explain why he hates liquor and never drinks. Ishmael claims he's not haunted, but he takes steps to protect himself from ghosts.
Did he play for fun or for money?
So our mysterious ghost also took time to hide that key. Must be important. Covenant Beach. What's that?
The key was hidden recently, but before Ishmael placed a ghost ward in his lodgings.
I think we're done here. Let's investigate Phoebe's house. Phoebe seems a little too cheerful for the governor's liking. They've been playing for years. I'm keeping score. Either Ishmael's getting better or Phoebe's getting worse. For Constance. Phoebe is a painter.
This is just an easel. No paints. Unfinished work?
Why would you name a painting before starting it? Phoebe Walcott's done well for herself. Her own warehouse and pier at Covenant Beach.
The key we found must open that warehouse.
Sand. Ishmael was here too.
Covenant Beach? If there's more to find, it isn't here.
Let's see if Ishmael is back on his feet.
To hell with you!
Ishmael's right. Bottles do keep appearing out of nowhere. Was that you I heard screaming just now?
I had something of a fright. An old fool's mind playing tricks on him, and that is all.
I'm guessing the bottles moved. Seemingly by themselves, I'm right, aren't I?
They can't have done. Bottles don't move by themselves. I must be going mad. Yes, that is it. I'm going mad.
You're not mad. A ghost haunts this store.
But which? Oh no.
Take a breath. I don't know whose ghost it is, and I don't know why they're here, but I will find out. You installed a ghost ward in your room. Were you expecting a ghost?
No, of course not. I wish to ward off evil. The governor being no longer in authority, the Harrows is weak. I thought a ghost ward wise.
Perhaps. But take my advice. Keep it hidden from the mob. What can you tell me about Covenant Beach?
Phoebe had her warehouse there. Once it was the center of her world. It's derelict now.
But you've been there of late, haven't you? I found sand from the beach in your lodgings. Why did you go to the warehouse? And why would the ghost hide the key to it?
I'm sure your questions make sense to you, but you'll not find the answers stuck to my boots. If you need a reason for a haunting here, look to the drunken owner. Look to Mistress Walcott.
What can you tell me about Mistress Walcott? Speaking as a banisher, her house is a worry.
It is Phoebe who's haunted? Ah, that is unsurprising. She took me on when no one else would, and she gave me friendship, and I am grateful for both, but she is a sinner. And also a pain in the behind.
Where might I find her?
I do not know. When she drinks too much, she vanishes, leaving me to run the business alone.
Are you not worried?
It's my nature to worry, and she is a worrisome woman. I never stop worrying. But she usually returns in her own good time.
Something may have happened to Phoebe Walcott.
When or how did the phenomenon begin?
I can't say for sure. Bottles have always disappeared from time to time. But that was Phoebe being Phoebe. The bottles falling from the shelves is one thing, but them appearing out of nowhere, right by me, that is no accident.
The ghost is offering you a drink? You thought of accepting?
That is not funny, sir. Liquor brings out the worst in human nature. Mistress Walcott's conduct is outrageous, but she only hurts herself. And on occasion, my feelings.
If her behavior revolts him so, why does he not leave?
You mind if I check the store now?
I do not. And if Phoebe minds, she'll not hesitate to tell you herself. Right. Best put these bottles away. Again.
I'll see you later, Ishmael.
Anytime, sir.
The ghost communicates through the thing Ishmael hates most. Liquor.
An awkward approach, I suppose. Traces of a ghost's memory resonate here.
Ishmael said he tidied up. So who's made the mess?
So, Cotton Beach warehouse was abandoned.
Then why would a ghost hide the key?
Nice abacus.
Imagine trying to use one of those after a bottle of rot gut.
Miss Walcott, did Mistress Barrow pay for her candles?
What? Oh, I traded them candles for ale.
This is no way to run a business.
Don't be mad, Ishmael. Come, have a drink.
You never change, Mistress Walcott, and it shall be the death of you.
I'm afraid that echo proves that Phoebe Walcott is our ghost. The ghost of Phoebe Walcott haunts her own house.
I wonder what she kept in her warehouse.